This is about Seaside bees. We got bees about 5 years ago, and we keep them in our gardens at home. The hobby got out of control, and we now rent the hives all around Tauranga, have about 50 in people's gardens. When you rent a hive, we come and select a spot to put it, and after that's all okay, we bring along the bees. Spring, like right now, is a great time to do it. Having the hives in your garden is it's a permanent location. It's not moved around. All of the honey and wax and everything you keep yourself. We don't take it away. The hives are a horizontal format. There's one just over here. The bees set up about a third of the hive for their nursery, and then there's a third for their stores through winter and spring, and the final third is harvestable. The Langstroth boxes are the traditional hives that most people are aware of, and they're great for commercial beekeeping and moving around, trucking. You can sort of break them down and put them back together. But these hives have an observation window on the side, mounted on a post, so you can look in the window and see all the bees, and you don't need to be wearing any gear while that's happening. They fly out of holes at the end of the hive. There's a view of the observation window, so you sort of get to see all the bees in there. It's actually quite hard to take a photo of that, but the bees fly out the end of the hive. There's 4 small holes. It's a sort of a close-up through the window. It's a better one of what you can actually see up close. I've got ahead of myself, haven't I? What was I going to say next? There we go. So that's inside one of the actual hives. So they built these combs from a corner on those top bars that go across. So they're basically in there a little bit like a toast rack, just with pieces of toast. Here's a typical comb with covered in bees. That particular comb's got honey on the right-hand side, and brood, or basically a nursery of baby bees, on the left-hand side. In the middle right of the screen there is a queen bee surrounded by a number of workers. Pretty much all the bees are female, only the drones are male bees. So all the work gets done by the women. This is a swarm we collected over in Carlton Road, Otamotai, I think last season. Swarms are the way that bee colonies naturally reproduce. It's their way of spreading. And this is a swarm that I collected out of a chimney over in Papamoa Short Place, I think Short Street it's called. But most of them are easier to reach than that, and that was before all the latest work safe rules. The Bay of Plenty Beekeepers group is a group of about 200 beekeepers, meet once a month, happens to be tomorrow actually, and there's a Facebook group and newsletter that comes out, and we go and have a look at other people's hives each month. These are nucleus hives. There's a couple of small ones on the table. The bees basically grow best in a small box, and as they get bigger and bigger, they need to go into bigger and bigger boxes. The hives we rent, a lot of the kids get involved and get suited up to see what's going on in hives, and really enjoy it. One of the other things we do is manage hives for people who have them, but they're too busy to look after them themselves. So we sort of step in and keep them healthy and manage them. It's Langstroth hives as well as top bars. This was a visit we did a little while ago to Fairhaven School. We probably do about around a dozen school visits per year. In the right-hand view is an observation hive with a cone on it covered with bees and a queen bee. There it is. So it gives the kids some connection to the thing, and we simply put that cone back into the hive an hour or two later, and no damage is done.
This is our
Be Aware Month. Every year for the last few years we've been at Palmer's in Welcome Bay at the bottom of O'Hooley Road, and sort of run talks on urban beekeeping and how people can get started, and all the ins and outs of it. It's a typical brood frame. The lower 2/3 has baby bees pupating, similar to creating a butterfly where they grow wings, and that's happening in the bottom 2/3. And the top third of the frame is capped honey, and that there is where it ends up eventually in the jar. Obviously that's honey from our own personal hives. The hives that are rented, the people get their own honey and either eat it directly from the comb or strain it and put it into jars. So there's some of our contact details, and we'll just stay over here. And I reckon that's just about it.